Enemies of Happiness is a remarkable story about an extraordinary woman who brings hope to Afghanistan and to the world. And it was made by two extraordinary women, Eva Mulvad and Anya Al-Hayam. Both of these women are authors and filmmakers. We have one of them with us, ladies and gentlemen. She's a celebrated documentary filmmaker from Denmark. We're really proud to have her with us today, the director of Enemies of Happiness, Eva Mulvad.
Hello again, I hope you enjoyed the film. I just want to start by telling a little of the production story, and then I hope you have some questions afterwards. We shot this film in the south of Afghanistan, in a very remote area. And that's where Malala Joya runs her business. It was very, very difficult to get out there. Practically, it's difficult to drive out there. The town is secure, but the area is very dangerous. A lot of poppies are grown there, a lot of money and a lot of weapons are there. There are villages controlled by Taliban people. So we were fighting a lot to get out there, but when we got, and we didn't know how it was and what Malala's everyday life was out there. So we just had the feeling that she was a good character and that we could shoot the kind of film we wanted to shoot out there. But when we got out there, it turned out to be exactly what we wanted. We joined her in a very busy time. She was doing stuff from early morning to late evening. And we just followed her in her election campaign, and we didn't know that she had this many people coming to her with just normal social issues, which I was very happy about, because I think it's very important for the film to understand everyday life and the basic living conditions that the people in Afghanistan have. It's very important to understand that also because it's what drives Malala to do the job that she does. She's very aware of trying to change Afghanistan and make a better life for these everyday, very, very poor people. Is there any questions? Yeah?
Did you see a lot of evidence of the NATO forces protecting the political situation?
Yeah, we got out into this town because we got on a military plane. That was the only way to get out there, and that was a NATO or ISAF of forces there. And this particular town was controlled by American forces. They have a PRT, it's called, where they provide security and try to rebuild the area. And they were around, but it's a bit like the soldiers are a bit aliens there, because they're wearing their uniforms, driving around their big tanks. They're not allowed to go around a lot in the streets. There was an incident in Kabul recently where an American tank hit a bicycle, and they were not allowed to step out and help him, and it started a riot there. And we heard also from the Danish troops and the NATO troops, they're not having that strict rules, so they can be a bit more in interaction with the people. But as I experienced it in Farah, it was very separated. We got a lot of help from American troops too, and we were allowed into their facilities to eat there, and we were very happy about that, because we had lived in local style for a long time. So it was, we were looking like homeless people just. Any other questions?
Yeah.
There?
What's happening with her right now?
The question is what's happening with Malala right now. She's working in the parliament. Like that's her job now. She lives in Kabul. She still lives undercover. She moves around from house to house, changes the houses a lot, so people don't know where she lives. She's surrounded by 12 bodyguards who try to take care of her security. The scene that you see in the beginning of the film, where her microphone is turned off, is still the same fight she has in Parliament. Her microphone has been turned off 3 times. They have thrown water bottles at her. Because she's in the parliament with a lot of the warlords and the people who have been in power before and during the Taliban, and they think she's too radical. Like they cannot allow her to say what she she says. So the fight is still going on there in the parliament. And there has been no trials in Afghanistan, so the people who are responsible for the crimes, they have not been to court. So that means that the democracy now is based upon people like Malala, who wants to have changes, and people who are responsible for a lot of the crimes that have been done in the past. So it's a really difficult situation, and of course there are a lot of different opinions there. It's difficult to agree on anything.
How old is she?
When we shot the film, she was 28, and now she's 29. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't have to disguise the camera. We thought we might have to do that. But her life in Kabul is much more undercover. Out in Farah, she has a compound and a whole street that is secured by soldiers in both ends of the streets. So she has a more secure area where we could move around more freely. So everything actually, except from when she goes out into the village, is shot in her secure area. So we could move around very freely there. Going in and out of that area, we were wearing burqas and to just not look too Western. And the question about Rahila, the young girl who has to marry the old man, up till now she's not married to him, but he didn't give her up either. So the family brought an uncle from Iran to try to help them solve the case. And Shirin Khan, the old man, killed that man. And he was put to jail for that crime, but he paid himself out again. So now he's back in the village, and he's still claiming to get married to Rahila. And yeah, we don't know what will happen with that. Here? Yeah. No, not at all. A lot of people in Afghanistan, they can't read and they can't write and they don't know about numbers. So they have a very, very free thing around numbers. Like, they don't know how old they are. The woman who says she's 100 years, it just means she's very old. And these people, the family, they say he's 80, but he's not. I think they're trying to exaggerate the things of, like, how awful it is a bit. I think he's 40 maybe. But I also like that fact that in a way, they tell this story so awful, he's a bad guy, and then he comes and you have this feeling, oh, maybe these guys also lie a bit. And I myself like his, I know he says a lot of stupid things, but I also understand a bit his mentality, his point of view on why he needs to marry Rahila, all of the thing about his pride and all of that. And to me it's very important that we also get to listen to the bad guy. And I think it challenges us a bit to also try to understand that things are not that simple. Of course, Rahila is in a very difficult situation, but I think we need to try to understand complexity.